Be still and know that I am God. God is calling us to be still, not to be in the hustle bustle of our daily life, because we're not going to find him there, because he needs to talk to us. And when we want to have a conversation with someone, we're not in the midst of all that's helter-skelter. No, we go someplace to be alone with that person, and we'll just tell them what's in our heart. And that's what we want to do with God. God is speaking to us 24 hours a day, every single day. And he's just asking us to return that in a conversation of love. Because that's all God is. God is love, all other. He's all consuming. He's never ending. He's eternal. He's all forgiving, all transparent. God is just everything that is good. And he's asking us to participate in that. It's a gift, and it's up to us to take it. And we're going to take it. We're going to have to put some time in our life away from all the helter-skelter and all the distractions that are in our life to just be still and hear what he has to say to us. He will speak to us. Oh, he speaks to us in all kinds of ways. He speaks to us in images and sounds and tastes and uses all our sensations to let us know he's out there, that he cares about us and he holds us in the palm of his hand. And so we need this thing called relationship. And with any relationship that we have on the human level, we know it takes time. It's a work in progress. And God asks us to begin that work in progress if we haven't already started. And if we have, we just want to continue to develop it. And so how do we do that? We do that simply by learning how to pray. And praying isn't hard. And praying necessarily isn't saying over and over again the same words. Praying is just being with someone you love and letting them know that you're there and how you feel. When you go in a conversation with, let's say, your best friend, you just go and tell what's in your heart. And that's what God wants to hear from us. Oh yeah, he knows it all. He knows it long before we even knew it. But he wants to hear it from us. He wants to hear our good and our bad. He wants to hear what's bothering us. He wants to hear what we are concerned about. Because that's what a good friend does. He listens. And God wants to listen to us. But we have to speak. And we have to be there for him. And we do that in prayer. Taking some time out of our busy day to just get alone, to contemplate and meditate in a very silent way and tell him, God, I'm yours. I love you. I know how unworthy I am of all your gifts and blessings. I know I'm your child and that you hold me in the palm of your hand and you will always protect me and you will always have my back and you will always be there for me. And I want to be there for you. Will you let me open up my soul so that I can be completely taken over with your love and your blessings? And I want to grow in love with you. And when I grow in love with you, my life will be so much more complete. So when I go to you and I pray, I'm really only talking to my best friend. And because that's the way best friends act, and best friends talk to each other in conversation, that's what prayer really is. It's just a simple conversation with the God that loves you, and you want to love him back. So make sure that you take time out of your day, 5, 10, 15 minutes, or preferably a little bit more, and just sit with your God. Because when you sit with your God, he will speak to you, and he will tell you how much he loves you. And then as you open your soul to love, then your life will change. And people will notice that you truly are different. Why? Because now you're not talking about you. And you're not talking about what's interested in your life. You're talking about what's interested in God's life. And people will notice that. They will notice that you are not just like everybody else. And they will want to have what you have. And that can only come with a love relationship with the God that loves you. So don't be afraid to sit down, to be quiet, to listen to what God has to say to you. And not only just listen to what he has to say, but act on what he has to say to you. And when you do, your life will be entirely different.